Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Easy, most known unknown Easy Old Soul, coming back at y'all again. Salutes to everybody. Appreciate everybody that's been checking out the videos, the shorts, and stuff like that. They're coming along. I'm gonna drop some more shorts. I'm gonna also start, trying to update the content. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wanted to keep it. I really wanted to give y'all some good work and stuff like that. So things will get better. And appreciate y'all checking out my recent stuff as well as, if you go back to the old stuff, you know what I'm saying? I came from different background, you know what I'm saying? I really started this YouTube stuff. Most might not remember, but I really started it off of battle rap. I'm a big battle rap fan. Not so much as I used to be, because battle rap nowadays it's a lot. I guess I'll just say that. But that was originally why I started the YouTube, because I just wanted to get my point of view on battles that I seen and stuff like that. Because I didn't always agree with certain people and they takes on recapping certain battles and stuff like that. And I also felt like, I'm from the Midwest, and the Midwest didn't get a lot of representation at a time where I felt like New York had it. New York is the mecca, so they kind of always had it. And you know when people were from the Midwest was going against New York, it was always kind of, I felt like a little bit of you know East Coast bias. I'll say that. Now there are different blogs and stuff like that now, it kind of even out a little bit as far as battle rap and stuff like that. And I appreciate all them, saying, for finally kind of branching out and doing a thing where it's more equal terms. But that was the main reason why I started my channel and stuff like that. And then I moved into podcasting with my homies and stuff like that. We had a page for a little bit, and it lasted for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? At least 3 years of good content, I would say, and blogging and stuff like that. So I enjoy doing it. Sometimes I enjoy speaking to people, even if they don't hit me. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but we still keeping this 365 going. You know what I'm saying? Still dropping a video every day. And today, January 4th, I want to talk about something that really grinds my gears. And I don't know if it's just my side of town. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we from the Midwest. Then Uh, I don't know if it's happening on, East Coast, West Coast, or anything like that. It could be happening a little bit of everywhere, but maybe people just not talking about it because it's not really a major topic and stuff like that. But two things I got to address with people, and this is probably going to be my gripe of the month. I'm having a big problem with people on highways not knowing what they doing, and people with lighting systems on their vehicles that shouldn't probably be on there. So we're getting to a point where I feel like almost anybody can have a license, or you actually don't have to have a license right now, where I'm from and everything like that. And I'm starting to think that the DMV is just trying to stay open, trying to function or whatever. And I also know, for a little bit there, the immigrants that came over to our side of town, the migrants, they didn't have licenses and stuff like that to drive and everything like that. So it's been a little bit of everything, like kind of combing in on each other. So with the way people drive today, it's very different from when I used to drive. And I'm talking about, I started driving at 16, and I wasn't the greatest driver, but I at least knew some stuff. I at least, took some classes and stuff like that. And back when I was coming up, if you did something wrong, you actually did fail. Like, you would have to take your driver's test over. You would have to, take quizzes and everything like that. And you do now, but it's just like it's not as prevalent as people would think it is nowadays. Like people really be out here just I don't know how you got your driver's license. You know what I'm saying? Uh just people speeding. And now there's always been people speeding on roads and stuff like that, but people like speeding now. Like it usually how I used to go is you would have a lane where if it's moving, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the way so it can move on a highway. Now every lane kind of moves the same way. It's like people don't even understand the different lanes anymore. They moving the same in every lane. Now, I still stick to the lanes. You know, your right lane, slow lane. Second lane, merge lane. Third lane, fourth lane, I guess I consider fast lanes, regardless. Uh, but generally they two merge lanes, and then your fast lane, fourth lane, right? Not like that no more. Uh, and yeah, I know people can correct me on exactly how the lanes work and stuff like that on the highway. Now, your right lane is technically the lane that you're gonna use to get on the highway. Understandable. What I feel like people need to do if they gonna merge onto the highway is be prepared for fast moving vehicles. That's why you're getting on the highway, because you want to get to where you go a little faster. Technically, you probably won't get that too much faster, but you want to get there faster. So make sure when you coming onto the highways that you merge correctly. I've seen people that coming on a highway, and they coming on a highway like they coming to a traffic stop, like they coming to a red light or something like that, and they're easing onto the highway, and you're disrupting the flow of traffic. Traffic has been much worse now because it's just like people don't know what they're doing. I don't know why you can't get it together, but traffic has been much of very much a problem nowadays. So a lot of people, when they get on or they're about to get on, they either do one of two things. Right now, I really only see one thing mainly, which is when they get on, if they're in front of you, they won't accelerate. They'll just stop. They'll stop, or they'll move slowly and try to get on. And it's like, did you not learn how to merge onto the highway? You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming behind you, and like I said, it has been moving faster on the right lane regardless, but you should know if I'm coming and I'm a ways away behind you, you shouldn't be slowing down to get on the highway. It's the highway. You're supposed to pick up speed. As before, when you're coming on that ramp and you going onto the highway, you're supposed to pick up speed. You're not supposed to slow down. So if you don't see any cars and you're clear of vision, and you check your blind spot and everything like that, go. Why are you stopping, or why are you slowing down and stuff like that? It messes up everything you trying to do. Hold on, y'all. My apologies, man. I want to make sure nobody messes with me. I forgot to turn it on. That's my fault. I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb. But yeah, if you're in front of me, what's wrong with just going? Go. Go. Why are you literally letting me catch up to you? And now you're impeding traffic because you're slowing it down because you were in front of me, which you could have just took. You could have took and you could have kept going. And yes, I'm going to adjust to how you're driving. So if you're driving when you pick up to the speed limit, if you're driving a little bit slower than me, I'm going to adjust. But if you literally are in front of me and you see that I'm coming, but you're a good ways in front of me, go. Don't stop. Don't slow down. Go. Now, if you coming on and you see me in front of you, then just merge. As long as there's a clear path, which there's supposed to be a clear path for you to get on, just merge. Now, if you see a couple of cars, we're generally supposed to help you out there with the merge, right? So there might be two cars, let's say three cars coming. Two might go speed up and pass you, and then the other one might let you in. So you can merge. It's all about merging momentum. And I feel like people just don't know how to do it no more. Stay off the highway if you're not going to move, bro. Stay off the highway if you're not going to move. And then people will get into the fast lane now. All right. Now, if you're in the fast lane, understand where you at. You automatically assume that, oh, because I'm following the rules of the road, if I'm in the fast lane, which is the far left lane, I'm doing something right. You can't force me to go faster because I'm doing something right. I'm following the rules of the road. I'm following the speed limit. But there's a fast lane for a reason. If you're not gonna do it, what do signs say when you over the road and stuff like that? They say get to the right so cars can pass you because that lane is not for you. So when people arrogantly, and I gotta say arrogantly, because you're getting into the fast lane to go slow or to go to speed limit. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So get your old self over or young self over or whoever you may be that you feel like, oh, I can be in this lane and moving the speed limit. As long as I'm going to speed limit, you shouldn't have a problem. No, you're impeding traffic. You're impeding traffic. Now, you might feel like everybody around you is wrong, but it doesn't matter. You're in the fast lane. So get back over, or at least go to the second lane. Stay there. Second lane, first lane. Don't go into the fast lane and look like, oh, you're inconveniencing me. Like, no, you're inconveniencing the people behind you. And they're gonna be buttholes about it. They're gonna be on your bumper, and you're gonna be upset, and you might make them upset the same way. But you gotta understand the road. So get off the road, bro. Please get off the road. Just stick to the streets. If you're not gonna be able to merge, if you're not gonna be able to do the right things, stick to the street. I would appreciate it very much because it's just becoming a big problem now. People gotta get their stuff right. People gotta get their stuff right. People really do. They gotta be better at what they're doing. Just like me, I gotta get better at this. You know what I'm saying? And then my second thing, lighting system, headlight systems, low beams. You guys are out here, because I don't think it's the dealerships. It's either you don't know that your high beams are on, or you've bought high beams. You bought LED high beams. And you don't know that you bought them. You don't honestly. People have been buying these type of lights to see better. I get it that, at night it could be dark and you can't really see as good. So you buy lights that'll help you out. But what you gotta realize is when you're buying those lights, you could potentially be buying lights that are not factory versions and are not helpful to everybody around you. Right? Because you might be able to see better, but now the person in front of you might not be able to see as well because you're blinding them with your lights. Stick to the factory lights. Sometimes people buy lights that they like, oh man, these are bright. Your high beams are bright. You know what I'm saying? If you can't really see, don't go out at night. I'll be honest with you. Don't go out at night. Because I can see fairly well in the night, and you can see one of my eyes have an issue. You know what I'm saying? And I can see pretty well at night. And I got average lights. Now I might buy a shade lighter, you know what I'm saying, to help myself. But I still buy lights that ain't going to blind you. It seems like today on these vehicles, sometimes they might be from the manufacturer, but I doubt it because they're not supposed to buy lights that will blind you. They're not supposed to do that. So they factory lights, they might be lighter. Like, I have a vehicle where, the LEDs are pretty clear, but I don't think they're going to blind you, right? It's for you to be able to see better, but they don't blind you. They do shine, but they don't blind you. And, you don't want to have lights that's a notch below your high beams, right? Where if you turn on your lights and then turn on your high beams, you can't tell a difference. You don't know which one is which. Like people are buying lights like that. Like you can't be out in the streets blinding people because you want to look cool or you want to be seen better or you want to see better, which I understand. You can't blind people for you to see better. And that's what I've been getting as of late, man. Like people have been behind me, and you can't warn a person to turn off their brights when they behind you. And it's just like, bro, do you not know your high beams are on? Or maybe that's not even the high beams. You know, it used to be just a mistake. Like, oh, people used to be able to tell. It's getting to a point where your lights are working as like high beams, but you can't tell because you don't know what the high beams are no more, because all you've ever done or all you've been doing as of late is using high beams to see in dark areas. Now, if people don't understand what you use high beams for and why you can't really use them, because I've been over the road, so you can't really use them on the road even when it's really dark, when cars are coming, because they cannot see. You know what I'm saying? You can blind them. You can potentially blind them. So you got to be very careful about what you do. Now, I understand there's places where you go. I went to a place in Indiana where it was pitch black. So I had to turn on my high beams because I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anything to the point where I almost fell in a ditch because it was so dark out there. Like that I completely understand you using your high beams. And people got to be cautious because they know you're going to use your high beams because you can't see anything. But most places are fairly well lit. And people are using their high beams because they can't see. If you cannot see in a well-lit area, you probably should not be on the road. That's all I'm asking of you. Don't be on the road with me if you cannot see. Get your butt off the road. Get off the road. Stop driving at night. Because when you can't see, so you decide to get better lights so you can see, you end up blinding the person that might be in front of you. Because you're trying to see better and they can't see. And it messes up your eyes. It really does, because you're spending a lot of time trying to not be blinded. So I just need people to do me a favor. Figure out a light system where you can see. And if you can't, use your high beams. Just don't be using them so much that you blind people. That's all. That's all. Don't get lights that match your high beams. That's stupid. That's stupid. Because I hope the police are pulling people over for this type of stuff. I hope so, because it's very annoying. It's very annoying. So like I said, it could be people just, accidentally using their high beams, but usually people can tell. But when you're not able to tell, when you buy lights that are like high beams and you don't notice because you've used your high beam so much. So please, people, please get better at being on the highway. If you can't be good on the highway, get off the highway. It's not the street. It's not, oh, let's relax and let's move kind of genuinely casually. No. Get your butt off the highway and stop buying lighting systems or LEDs or whatever you want to call them and blinding people. Please, people. And this is your boy, Easy, most known unknown, Easy. So I'm coming back at y'all again with another video tomorrow. Salutes to y'all.